Don't stand a chance.
Not against GP66.
Not against GP66.
And not with my day one bestie.
Not with day one bestie. That is the sound of the voice, the soft, dulcet tones of my day one bestie, Scott.
I never figured you for a liar. I mean, come on, what are we doing here?
Hi, day one.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you doing?
How you
Thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure.
And bringing like our favorite of all favorites when it comes to cleaning up around the home, and that's GP66 Grecian Power since 1966. It really is living up to its name that this is the miracle cleaner and degreaser. You're getting the full gallon plus the empty spray bottle, and that gallon will fill the spray bottle not once,
not twice, not
thrice,
but for rice.
Four times. 4 times. You use this in your house, outside your house, on your clothes, on your furniture. You name it, it does it. It's $13.33 on 3 easy pays. This gallon we brought in a couple months ago, and we started with 8,000. And only 1,400 remain, and over 3 million bottles of GP66 in general here at QVC. But for this, it is V56271, day one bestie, Scott Hines.
Yeah. Well, here's what we have, in my opinion. In 23 years of doing this here at QVC, I have in front of you what I would argue is the best degreaser, degrimer, tough stain remover I've ever seen in my life. This is a great American family out of company, family owned out of Baltimore, Maryland, since 1966, 3 generations, and they make one thing, GP66. They don't make this, and there's the picture. I love that. Oh,
I've never seen the picture.
Yeah. So that's Andy. There's on the left is the son, and then sadly we lost the patriarch about 2 years ago. But they're wonderful human beings. This is one of their real prideful days. They were in for a TSV about 4 or 5 years ago, and just amazing human beings. But they don't make GP6 and waffle irons. They just make GP66. That's it. And they do an awesome job. We love it so much.
So what makes it so powerful? What makes it so different?
It works. It does what we say it does because it started industrial. That was that 1966, and you know this. So it started out in the largest restaurant chains in our country, auto body shops, factories, things like that. It took down the nastiest, the greasiest of stuff. And finally, it was QVC's vision, QVC's foresight to say, good Lord, if this stuff works this well in that setting, I'll bet it work awesome in the home.
Right.
And it really does. So what you're seeing here is an oven door, okay? And what we've done with this oven door is literally burnt on this mess with the blowtorch. And so we've really taken this to the extreme because we want you to see how powerful GP66 is. Now, I'm obviously using way more than you would need to use, but it's because I'm not using steel wool. I'm not using a scrub brush. I'm not using anything other than GP66. And look at what I've done there. I've cleaned that all off. Again, remember over here, I couldn't move that at all. Not with a scraper, not with a spatula, nothing. Now when I come back through with the rag, Julia, check this out.
Look at that.
It is insanely clean.
So satisfying.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so good. You're using this literally all over your home, inside your home, outside your home, on your car, on your rims, like on your clothing, on your shoes.
Rims is shoes is a great one. Rims of your car. Here's a little pro tip for you before you go to the car wash. Spray it on like 20 minutes before, and then drive into the car wash or take it to the car wash. Your rims will look like the day you bought the car. It's amazing.
That's a good idea.
I'm
due for a good car wash too.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, it's been a hot minute. Remember, you're getting the entire gallon plus the empty spray bottle. This will fill this 4 times. So you're getting 4 of these basically for $39.98, which is a crazy good price when retail value is $50. It's $13.33 on an easy pay V56271. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't, this is where you start.
Yeah, that's a great way to phrase it. For years, we used to say it's what you reach for when you've reached for everything else. And then finally, we're just like, duh. Reach for this first. Like, what are you doing here? So here's why. Because you saw that burnt-on mess on an oven door, right? And by the way, if you normally go to clean an oven door, that smell, oh God, it's the worst. That stuff is so nasty. You're not getting that with GP66. This is air quote permanent marker right here. I haven't touched this. Look how it starts dissolving that, starts breaking it down at the molecular level. That's how powerful this is. I come through with the rag, I wipe it all off, and then just so our fine friends and sets and props don't get angry at me, all the markers off the table, and it's all right here. That's the power right there of the GP66.
Are there surfaces that you do not recommend we use this on?
In my 13 years of presenting, I've not found one. Doesn't mean that there aren't.
True.
But it would be way easier to try and do a small list of what you can't use it on versus what you can use it on.
Right,
the only one I found, I will tell you, on leather seats seats of your car, don't scrub too hard. You know what I mean? But you can use it on that. Just be careful when you do.
So you could use this on leather.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Alberti restored a leather chair with this one time. He called me up. He said, "Can I use it?" I was like, "Check for color fastness." He did it. He said it was like brand new. It was like his mother's leather chair. Ooh. Amazing. So,
Think about your leather shoes, your sneakers that you want to keep nice and bright and white. You can use this on that too.
These grease traps sit in the hood of your microwave, your oven, whatever it is. They not only trap grease, but they trap odors. So what you do is you spray that. I'm just gonna let it soak for a little while, but you see right away how that grease is peeling off of there? That's because what this is at its heart is a degreaser, degrimer. And we'll let it sit in there for a minute or two. It'll come back. Now you don't have to go online, try and figure out which grease trap is yours, spend the $9, $10 to get a new one. You just use this and you're good to go.
I don't think I've ever cleaned my grease trap.
You should. I'm not saying you specifically. It is broad brushstroke generalities. Everyone should do it. Under your hood. That's where all that grease goes. Because when you cook bacon, well, not that you eat bacon, but you eat bacon, salmon, fish, whatever, that oil goes everywhere. You know, it lands up in there, and you should clean it up.
Whenever I cook salmon, and I love cooking salmon, I do live in a small apartment, right? Like, and it's like an open sort of space. Like my kitchen and my dining room and my living room is all sort of like one massive room. But when I do cook salmon or I do cook fish, or really anything, the odors stick. Yes. And I feel like it's just stuck to everything. And I just have to open the windows and light candles. But it could just be my grease trap that has those odors all stuck in there.
Or your cabinets.
And my cabinets.
Or your countertops, or everything. Like, it sounds weird. On your floor, I'll show you a demonstration in a second, all that grease hides. And so that's the problem here, is that you need to kind of really go find it and then get rid of it, and that's the way to do it.
Cabinets.
How about even if you have light-colored cabinets, okay? There's that film. You know, there's a film on, like if you have cream-colored cabinets, well, it gets on there. That's the grease and the grime from when you cooked. So what I want you to do, you can spray it on your cabinets or spray it on the rag. But you see how this is a white rag? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna just go over this cabinet right here with the GP66. And as I do it, you're gonna say to yourself, no big deal, Scott. It doesn't look that much different. It just looks a little wet because you had a solution. Yeah. Until you realize that's the grease, the grime, the dirt, the odors, the nonsense that you don't want on your cabinets. The salmon.
The salmon.
The onions, the bacon from 4 days ago. What's that?
You don't like onions.
I hate onions in a specific way. Yes, I'm glad that's a good memory.
He hates onions the way I hate beets. The way David Venable hates Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
That's my beets.
I deeply dislike beets too, but not the way I hate onions. Like, I hate onions in an implausible way. It's not positive. So,
I love it.
But to your point, like when you talk about cleaning out the hood of your oven, also your floors, because even if you go over it with one of those disposable mops or whatever, like they work fine. Don't get me wrong, they're great products, but they don't cut the grease and the grime. So you see me here, I'm spraying GP66 on this floor. What I want you to see too is Campanelli mops. Love their microfiber.
We got Campanelli in our show today.
Love their stuff, right? So what I'm going to do is, you see that's a white mop head that they made for me. I'm going to just head over this floor, okay? And as I'm going over it, you're going to say to yourself, all right, Scott, I guess that looks a little bit better. But once again, that just looks shiny because you sprayed formula on it until you do that. And you realize that was all the hidden dirt, the grease, the grime, all the stuff that Chef Nick gets over all of our floors here. You can clean that up and you're good to go. It breaks it right down at the molecular level.
Chef Nick, do you guys use GP66 back there?
They do.
He loves it. They do use it.
It's actually, all kidding aside, that's probably the highest compliment. All the chefs have it, and even like the Le Creuset chefs. Everyone who comes in, you see these bottles of GP66 all over the kitchen backstage, behind the prep kitchen. That's the highest compliment because the professionals use this. Absolutely.
You're getting an entire gallon of it plus the empty spray bottle. This fills this 4 times. Now, we started with over 8,000. And now about 1,200 only remain. It should be $50. Our price is $39.98, $13.33. This is gonna last you a long time.
It will. Take it outside. Real quick before we go, take a bug sprayer, 2-gallon bug sprayer. They're real cheap. Buy one. Pour 1 gallon GP66, fill the bottle back up, put that water in 1 to 1, go around, spray your gutters, and like you'll see in the video, patio furniture, deck, all that stuff. You will be amazed at what this does on the outside of your house.
Everywhere.
It does. It's awesome.
Everywhere. It's V562711333. Plus is your easy pay. Plus we have a couple extra bucks in your pocket with reduced shipping and handling.
We're in Chaz Dean stratosphere now. Gallon jug.
Gallon jugs,
baby.
That's
how you know you've made it here at QVC.
The Chaz Dean of cleaning.
That's it.
Day one, bestie. I love you.
As always. Love you too, sweetie.
Head of the family.
Yeah. Be good. All right.
You too.